Welcome back to Vintage Sports Cards Hobby. Today I just want to show you about just some pointers and tips and tricks for buying vintage to make sure you're not getting stuck with a counterfeit, something that's been altered, something that's been trimmed. Counterfeiting's getting bigger and bigger. The technology's getting bigger and better. You probably heard of a flashlight test. If not, I'm going to show you how I do it. You can just use your cell phone, or you can walk around with a flashlight if you want. I don't really want to walk around the show with a flashlight. But like a cell phone usually will work. I like being able to tell right away. And sometimes the lighting in a room, or the dealer has really bright lights on their table, so it might be a little bit harder to tell with a flashlight. So this is just my solution. Got a little laser pointer we got for our pet cat. Anyway, pick up a modern card, ultra modern card, put the light on. You can instantly see that red light coming through. You put the light up here on Maddox's nose if you want, whatever you want, but instantly the card will come through. And that's on modern cards and ultra modern cards. That light will shine right through, bright as day. Let me turn the light out here actually. You can maybe even see it better. Here we have a 68 rows. Some of these 60 sets, you can really faintly see it. I put it here on the cap. It's right by the C there. You might be able to see it, but it's super, super faint. This is a legit card. Like I said, if you're using your flashlight on your phone, you're not seeing it. But this laser pointer, really, really faint. But if it shines bright like that, yeah, that's fake. Then you get the older stuff. When you use heavier stock, nothing's getting through. Like I got this right up pressed against the back of Asheron's head here. There's no light getting through this card. So you hear people talk about a flashlight test. This is what they're talking about. One set that will not work on is the 59 tops. I don't know if there were paper shortages or the card stock prices were very high, but as you can see, it shines right through like a ultra modern card or like a modern card. You can just, like, it just shines right through. So 59 tops is really the only set I know of in vintage that this is this way. Like, you can see it shines right through. So that doesn't mean the card is fake, but it just makes it harder to tell. Now if you have another 59 tops, you can kind of maybe just feel the texture, put them next to each other, feel the card thickness. There's also ways to, like, really up close look at the printing of the cards. There are things to look for 59s. Now, another thing at the bare minimum you should be doing, say you're buying a mantle, 55 Bowman mantle or something, I'd want to match it up. Take another card from the same set, preferably, or one that you know is identical in size. Just match them up. Like, I mean, you don't want to sit there walking around with a ruler and stuff, but so this makes it a lot easier. You can see these line up. They're the same size card. Now, could there be like little micro differences? Yes. Sometimes the printers cut stuff a little short. The 93 SP Derek Jeter is crazy known for being minimums, not meeting minimum size. Doesn't mean they're trimmed, they're just cut bad at the factory. So yeah, just match them up. And if something's been trimmed, you could see something, like now you can see those two different borders. Like if you don't line them up, so if you see something like that, yeah, the card's been, one of them's been trimmed, the smaller one's been trimmed. So that's just something you can look for. So just match them up side by side. Pretty simple. It's one of the easiest things you can do, and trimming is one of the most common way things have been done. And trimming's not something new. Trimming was going on 70s, 80s. So it's not new. And realize not every set's the same. Here's some 52 Bowmans, match them up. Again, these line up good. And I've bought thousands of cards in my life. Unfortunately, trimmed is not something I've ever run into for me. I have caught a couple occasionally that I did not buy because they didn't match up. So again, just match them up, and like I said, if they're off, or if one looks like it has a lot less border than the other, like not side to side, that's centering, but just less total bordering, and like you can see when you put them together, there's an overlap or something. One's probably been trimmed. Now another thing you can do is ask to see the card out of the holder. You want to look at the card, get a good view of it. Ask the dealer if they'd like to take it out or if they're okay with you taking it out. Don't go digging your finger in there and trying to dig it out and stuff. Usually just a couple good hits against the side of your hand will work. He'll slide out. Easy enough. But if a dealer doesn't want you to see a card out of a holder, like I would just walk away. Like, why? Why don't you want me to see the card? I'm like, you can take it out, you can put it in. But I want to see a card out of the holder so I can get a good idea what I'm getting. Now another thing is, when you get a card, let's put our light back on here, let's look at the surface a little bit. Now when you look at the surface of the card, you can't just sit there and look at it flat. You want to move this card around and from different angles, see how the light hits it. Because there is gloss even on these old vintage cards. And so if there's an imperfection, the light's gonna hit that imperfection, and you really pick it up more by tilting it, moving the card around a little. Like I said, we're not bending it, we're just tilting it. Do it front and back. Take a second look at your card, especially if you're spending a few $100 more, whatever. Some people thousands of dollars on a card. Everybody's budget's different. But look at it from each angle. And you can do this with one of those dealer's table lights. You can use your cell phone, just hold your cell phone up here and kind of tilt the card around. Get a good look at it so you know what you're getting. Just a good way to examine some cards and just try to help keep you safe. So I hope you learned a little something or something that'll help you out, and just go out there and enjoy your hobby. Get the cards you like that are in your budget, and have a good day, everybody.